So often than not, we just think like, oh, like this is the box that they need to fit and that is it. But like when you allow growth and creativity of other humans who are on your team, like your company will grow in itself. Hey everyone, Suzy here from Adventurous Real Estate Investors. Today, I'm going to chat with you about the importance of hiring the best employee. There are so many reasons why this is important. But before we get into all of that, I want you to think about what the best employee is, what that means to you, who you think that person entails, all the tasks they could do. And before you think about how that could be of another person, think about it within yourself as well, right? Because when you get into this world of being an entrepreneur, or if you are in the world of you just love your 9-to-5 job, and that's totally okay, like what does that mean being the very best employee? And if you think about all of the tasks that you are asked to do, or that you tell yourself you have to do in order to be that best employee, think about how many of them you could give away to someone else. So specifically, as an entrepreneur, this is where it's coming from for me. And it can take a little bit to think about myself, to be like, how could I be my best self? How can I be my best employee, right? Because when you give yourself the opportunity to do that, you become so much more effective, and the daily tasks that you have no longer seem like a laundry list of 1 million. There are 1 million of different things, but maybe they are income generating tasks instead of tasks that just get you from one place to another. And when Michael and I hired our first 2 employees, so after I thought about what that was for me and what that entailed, we knew right away that we needed a video and a podcast editor. And we knew right away that we needed an executive assistant. And I'm telling you, they will change your life. It might take you a little bit to find that perfect 1 person, 2 person, 3 persons. It could be 15, depends how big you and your company are. But once you find those people, I guarantee you will be a much happier employee for yourself. So something that we did was that we started out with a executive assistant. She tracks KPIs for us, whether that's how many podcast downloads we've had, how many of our e-guide downloads there were, how many investor calls we had. Of those investor calls, how many of them then went and signed up for the portal or asked for more information, how many people are looking at our newsletter, any sort of metric essentially for our business that we knew she could pull from easily, from ActiveCampaign, from our email, whatever that is. Those are the tasks we gave her. We also gave her tasks of reaching out to podcast guests once their podcasts have aired, right? That was a huge email I no longer had to send. We give her tasks of our expenses so that I don't have to look for hours every month, because that is, although I was in accounting, I would really prefer to not cross-check everything ever again, right? Tasks like that. For our video and podcast editor, he has also just been this gift that I never knew that I needed or wanted, right? And the thing is that I don't have the creativity that he does to put into our videos and put into our podcasts to make them shine. So it has been just so lovely to be able to leverage him and his creativity, leverage his patience with the videos. We've now come to this place where he's not just an editor for anything. He's become a friend. He is very open to all of our communication. He helps us on different tasks when needed. And me sharing this, I just think is super important, because so often than not, we just think oh, this is the box that they need to fit and that is it. But when you allow growth and creativity of other humans who are on your team, like your company will grow in itself in really, really, really amazing ways. And so that's why I wanted to chat with you about the importance of hiring the best employee. Hiring them is also allowing them to grow. Granted, I have also heard stories where like people's assistants or just employees have grown in different directions, and that's okay too, right? Like you just have to be open to knowing that that will happen, or knowing that something great could happen. And so when you think about that, think about how you can be your best employee and what that means of getting rid of on your to-do list. Maybe make a not to-do list, all the things you really don't want to do, and then the best resources for that. I have a really cool PDF that I'd be happy to share with you of like, I think it's like 160 tasks that a virtual assistant can do for you. And if you would like that, please reach out. You can drop a comment so that like, even if you're like, okay, well, I only have like 2 things that I could think of, this list opened up everything for me, which will really, really help. And it's not just in your business either to like think about where you need to hire. Think about if like you hate cleaning, like if hiring out somebody cleaning your house every 2 weeks would really be great for you, or once a week, or if hiring anything, meal prepping, if you really want to get like much better in the gym, if actually like if you think you'd become a better person if you had organized workouts, so getting a personal trainer would be the best for you. Like really think outside of how you can be your best self, because I want you working in your green zone and maximizing that time of where you can focus and where you are getting the most out of what you want to be doing. Because if time is our most valuable asset, technically precious stone that we can give ourselves back, then how can we give more of that back? Like if money is the only thing that we need to give us more time, like how can we optimize those income generating tasks to our advantage? And that's just something I'd like you all to think about. So if you liked this video, please make sure to smash that like button and ring that bell so that you receive more videos from us. Have a great day. Until next time, explore more. Adventure awaits. Woo!